All right, Repair Dad's back on the scene. We're gonna replace the guts of this toilet. Here's our kit right here. This kit works for 2-inch or 3-inch flappers. So, step one, I've already cut the shutoff valve off, so it's closed. Turn it to the right, kills the supply to the tank, and then you flush it to get most of the water out. Once you flush it, you're gonna have a little bit of water left in here, so I just used a sponge to soak it up. So now it's pretty much all gone. I got our container under there to catch any little bit that comes out. So now I'm gonna climb up under here, start taking it apart. It's kind of tight. This toilet has a bidet, so looks a little different from your standard toilet. You got this T-fitting here. Just gonna disconnect that there. Okay, now we're gonna take this little retainer nut off. All right, cool. All right, pop this little hose off. Okay. Let that drain out. I'll actually put that in there for now. Okay. Here's our directions too, so pretty easy to go by. Shows you step one, turn off the water, and then drain the water by flushing, and then use your sponge to get out the excess. Disconnect that, disconnect that. We already did that. Disconnect our flapper chain. Cool. Here's our flapper chain. We're disconnecting that. And we're gonna pop this thing off. Just a little rubber flapper here. It's got the little hinges. Okay, there's our flapper. All right. Okay. Remove flapper. Cool. All right, so now this is where it tells you to measure the old flapper. All right. This looks like a 2-inch flapper, but I don't really need to measure, but I'm just gonna do it for video purposes. You can see here, obviously it covers the red, so we're dealing with a 2-inch flapper. All right, it says if your flapper is 2 inches, stretch the blue seal to. All right, so again, stretch the blue seal to remove it if the flapper is 2 inches. This is my first time using this kit, actually. Oh yeah? Nice. Cool as shit. Hard to get on, but yet the easiest. Okay, so I'm gonna remove the blue bulb. Okay, so remove that. Remove the blue arms by lifting the tabs. All right. I'm gonna lift the tabs. Okay. Got rid of those. Install new flapper. Place flapper on the top of the flush valve seat and snap the red arms into the flush mounting post. Okay. Now these are instructions if you have a 3-inch flapper. But obviously we don't have that, so. Now this is going to connect to our, there we go. I'm going to snap this in just like that, just like that. And we're going to connect that. All right. Okay. Looks like our flapper's flapping. What do you guys think? All right. Quick tip, quick and easy way to adjust the chain length. Okay, take the clip out. Yep, that's pretty self-explanatory. If you need to adjust the length, which I don't think we do, you just take this chain out of that and reposition it to make it shorter or longer. Whatever you need. Okay, now this is how we adjust the height of our fill valve. Okay. All right, twist the fill valve to adjust the height. Yep, this is pretty much how these have always been. So you can just twist it either way. This is shortening it. Okay. All right, top of fill valve cap should measure roughly 3 inches above the top of the overflow pipe when installed. Okay, so the top of this cap should be roughly 3 inches above this pipe when it's installed. So let's take a look. Okay. All right, roughly 3 inches. Okay, well, since this is 6 inches, right? Then this is 3 inches, right? No, that looks roughly 3 inches to me. Okay, so that's roughly 3 inches. Cool. So, and it even gives you a little bang bang, cool little diagram there. All right, so now we've already done that. Let's see, push the refill tube into the refill port first. Here's our refill tube. Okay, we're going to push it into the port. Now look at that. Okay, all right, attach the refill clip to the other end of the tube. All right, attach it to the other end of the tube. Cool. All right, insert fill valve. Yep, that's already insert. Position refill tube to face flush while making sure fill valve ports do not interfere with lever arm. Okay, it's pretty self-explanatory there. So basically what it's saying is make sure this fill valve does not interfere with this. So it looks like we're in good shape there. Okay, attach refill clip to overflow pipe. Okay, if the tube's too long, you can cut it if you need to. All right, so we can just put that in there. Get a little more light. Oops. I mean, I could probably just put it in like that, but there we go. All right. I could probably just stick this tube down in there, but that's all right. We're good the way we are. Okay, now we're going to install the lock nut. That'll be next. All right, lock nut going on. Okay, I'm going to take my, I don't know if you guys can see this or not. I forget which side the camera's on. Okay, camera's on the left side. Okay, so my camera's on the left eye here. Sometimes I block it and I don't even know it. So you can't see this right now, but I'm using my right hand to hold the top of the valve. See, I can wiggle it with my right hand. And then I'm tightening the nut. Okay. Now, of course, this is plastic, so we don't want to freaking gorilla hand this thing and snap it. The water's not pressurized. It's going to be in here. It's just going to be the weight of the water resting on it. So it's not like you got to go all crazy on it. Now, let's take a look at the valve at the top. Okay. We're good. We're not in the way of our arm. Okay, so now we can just attach the water. This is, of course, our water supply line. Again, it's got a plastic coupling. Try to get a little bit more snug there. Okay, should be snug enough right there. Of course, we'll do a good leak check on it. Okay. Yeah, I'm making a video, Ken. Are you? Yeah, these glasses that I'm wearing, they record. So I've been making content of my repairs. Oh, cool. So maybe I'll be famous one day, Ken. And then I can get...
If I cure myself at 76,
yep.
I'm going to be 77 before I would even know, right?
Yeah, so maybe one day...
78.
Well, check this out, Ken. There's guys on the internet right now who are doing all types of repairs. And if they get a big enough following, they make money off of their content. And
oh, yeah. Well, I've watched basic videos on air conditioning before.
Yeah.
To see, you know, and I learned about inverter units, too.
Uh-huh.
Off there. Yeah.
So the point of me doing that, once you start making...
oh, yeah, if you get enough viewers, they pay you.
Yeah.
See, I'm too old to want to do my own videos and everything, but I wouldn't mind getting a couple of celebrity interviews.
Yeah.
Those go all over the world.
Yeah, they do.
In other words, they would want me because nobody's ever done what I'm trying to do.
Well, the point of me...
Dr. Ken Berry has mentioned he's got a couple of customers in their 80s, but they're talking about strictly carnivore.
Oh, yeah.
Because he pushes carnivore. I want Gary Brecker or somebody that's into interviewing people for holistic stuff.
Yep.
Which includes
All right, I got it all installed. We're going to open the valve.
carnivore, keto carnivore, but also includes supplements, which I do.
Yep.
Because I'm doing special ones for nerves right now. And the detox I'm doing, they have caused me to get the run. But it won't last. In other words, I'm going to detox within 60 days. Because that's all they give you. And this is a short-term program.
Yep.
Only 90 days long.
Well, the point of me doing this and trying to raise money is so that I can give free repairs to folks who can't afford it. So that'd be pretty cool.
You want to do that?
Well, there's guys that make a lot of money off doing free repairs because they get donations.
Because they get paid for their...
Correct. They get paid. So it's not like they're not making money.
Right.
They're just not charging the client.
That's why the health guys like Gary Brecker,
Yeah.
even Dr. Ken Berry, he no longer does the regular patients.
Yeah.
He does at home for triple old people like me.
Uh-huh.
But he doesn't have a regular practice anymore. And they even formed their own medical society. Him and two other doctors. But I never enrolled, in his program. But I might. Someday I'm gonna at least do a donation to it.
Uh-huh.
But I gotta make sure I have enough money from head to toe.
All right, so you can see how high the water made it. It made it all the way almost to the very top of this fill port. If it goes over that, it'll just keep filling and filling and filling. So we're going to give her another test. I just adjusted the knob a little bit. Our flapper looks good. So there's a couple things to check whenever you do an ops check on these. You want to check to make sure the flapper seal's not leaking. You want to make sure you got a good height on your float. And then of course, you also got to check for external leaks. So, a couple spots we're going to check. We want to make sure this lock nut isn't leaking. Okay. And then we want to make sure this coupling for the supply line isn't leaking. And just a general inspection as well. I'm gonna make sure this stuff's not leaking. This ball valve. Sometimes these ball valves, of course, leak. This one's a new one. Hasn't been on there that long, but I always want to check everything. Make sure the tank's not leaking. You look good there. Alright, let's see. Okay, I don't know how well you guys can see this, but we're just a little bit lower, about I don't know, maybe a quarter of an inch lower than where I originally had it set. So that's a good spot right there. Now, if this is leaking, you'll have water that continues to run into here, and obviously that's not good. So we're good to go. Ops check good. Repair deck complete.